Hello, my name is Orion from TCG FlightSchool. We want to invite you to follow along as myself and my trading partner Jordan learn and apply technical analysis on our journey towards profitability. If you'd like to join in on the discussion and learn technical analysis with us, check out our Facebook group, TCG FlightSchool, for more information and content. We hope you enjoy our daily trade recaps and technical analysis videos. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's get on with the technicals.
Alright, hey guys, so I'm going to do my second video in the cryptocurrency world here. So I took a couple little trades over the weekend. Actually, I took a position over the weekend. I took a couple of trades today. So what I was trading last week was ETH against USD. That's Ethereum against the US dollar in my KRAKEN exchange account. And today... and over the weekend was LTC, Litecoin, against the US dollar in KRAKEN as well. Caught some action of a run here off a bottom bounce, I noticed over the weekend. So I actually got long here. I grabbed some shares. I can only take about $100 and some in Coinbase. So really that's only I could take 1.7 shares in Coinbase. I know it's not a lot at all, but I mean, it was all I could get at the time. So I thought, hey, why not just get in? So I grabbed it around here. I was actually for the break. I was on my phone on the ferry on my way to Victoria, and I grabbed 1.7 shares here at $44, around $44 a share, and I caught this little run up, but I couldn't trade it because I was on my phone and I couldn't transfer it over to KRAKEN. I bought it in Coinbase, so I actually had to hold through this bull flag, which was pretty much 19th, 18th, yeah, so pretty much through this bull flag to overnight. So I never traded it. I never got a chance to sell it at this high. So I held through this kind of bull flag consolidation pullback, but it was pulling back to my trend line. When I woke up in the morning, we were kind of around in this area here, and I was keeping an eye on it. When I got to work, I noticed that it started making another little bull flag here and a pop up. I made this little mark, and I actually got long with some more shares. I bought about $175 US worth, so I don't know, that's about four coins. Sorry, it wasn't right there. I was watching for the break of this. This is where I got long. I got long here after this move on this blue line for the break of 48, which would have signaled a blue sky breakout. Obviously, you could see that we were getting some of this resistance back here. The high of this candle over here was 48.34. So I actually got long a little bit earlier, about $47.80 in anticipation of this blue sky breakout, and sure enough we broke out. And what happened was, I guess Litecoin started trading on Bitstamp exchange, and people were just buying it like crazy, and totally inflating the price up, and no bids or nothing was coming in after it. People were just literally buying on the ask all the way up, and this thing moved all the way up to $51. I got a little greedy. I didn't respect some of my rules. I didn't get a chance to sell right at the top. I sold on the pullback down here around $48.90. So I left quite a bit on the table, $2 on the table. I ended up having a total with my previous purchase around here and my purchase here. I ended up having a position of about 5.6 shares. So I really didn't make a huge lot. It was like a $12 profit, but it was all I could get. And it's a really small account. It's like a $270 USD trading account, because I can only put in so much per week until my verifications keep going through. It's really frustrating with this kind of Coinbase KRAKEN situation of getting verified through the tiers, and it's just a total process that you got to go through and jump through their hoops. But as long as you can get a little bit of money in and get trading and just start running these technicals, that's great. So we saw some consolidation here, pop, bull flag consolidation, nice big spike, sold off right away, came down, started breaking through my trend lines, and then I kind of ignored it, noticed it bounced here, moved up and grinded along the underside of this trend line, started acting as a resistance level, and you can see we kind of bounced around here and found that magnet area of this similar breakout area that I was looking at over here. I left these trend lines on it, and I'll leave these on for the existence of this stock, and as long as I chart it, because these will show some significance later in the future. So we're now seeing some sort of a breakout here, and we're looking at pushing through to break over that 48 and maybe make a run back up to kind of a new high here, or an existing high of 51. So some stuff I'm watching on Litecoin, but it's getting late and I got a bit of work to do, so I'm probably going to go to bed and not trade this tonight. It's unfortunate to leave profits, but you know what? I can't trade 24/7. So today at work, I was also watching ETH. I got some pretty wild lines going on over here. But some symmetrical triangle stuff going on. Higher lows. Higher lows and lower highs into consolidation period. We did end up having a breakout and we moved up. I had taken a position here in anticipation for this breakout. I was watching this line here in this consolidation. Let me zoom in here. Oh, sorry, I've got some inside candles on. I got a little code in here for some buttons to watch some inside bars. So these are all highlighted inside bars, where the next candle after the mother candle is inside within the high and low of the candle. So you can see we had a little bit of an inside bar break. We broke to the upside, but we couldn't hold it, and we came back down. This is on the 15-minute time frame. Still learning a lot about inside bars, how to read them and what they stand for. But the idea is when you have price action within a time frame, you're looking for a break of that high and moving up to the next leg of price action. So right here you've got it. We've got inside bar after inside bar, and then on the next one, this candle broke the high of this bar, and we moved to the upside. We were starting to make not new highs, but new highs kind of within this time frame, and within these two resistance support periods here. So again, I took a position around here, around 356. We had a little move to the upside, up to 359, and then we started to sell off. And this kind of was my sell off. If we broke down under this trend line, that was my stop loss. And so I was watching it, but we also got towards the end of the day at work. And once I left work, I wouldn't be at my computer anymore, and I'd be getting home for family time. I had a dentist appointment this afternoon. So, I didn't really want to leave my position, because this, just as easily as this broke out to the upside up into the 360s, we could have seen a major breakdown and seen some of these types of moves to the downside. I still don't know all the fundamentals of cryptocurrencies and how they're trading, around the world, and the different time frames that are more dominant. I'm learning a little bit today in the crypto chat and the Slack chat. China kind of kicks on, and once Asia gets a hold of it, they kind of trade like mad. And they're also doing some dumping in the morning and stuff like that. So really trying to listen in on that chatter and what people are talking about that are a little more experienced in this sector, and where I can find information on when to buy and when are not good times to buy. Obviously, still buying based on RSI as well. This one I didn't kind of follow that RSI rule. The RSI was kind of not overbought or oversold, it was just kind of in this neutral range. But I liked this consolidation that was going on here, and that's where I got long right on this break of the inside bar, and I was looking for a move and a breakout here. I didn't quite get it. I ended up selling here for pretty much break even. I think I was down $1, which is nothing really, because I can only take that $363. I can only take 0.76 of a share, but I was looking obviously for a $10 to $20 move to the upside, and sure enough, it did happen. I didn't get a chance to take part of it, but I still was relatively right with my trend lines. And sometimes that's all that matters, is start to draw these lines on your charts and see how the stock price reacts to them, right? They're not going to follow your trend lines 100%, but you can pretty much start to dial it in and see where your support and resistant lines are, and go from there. So outlook wise on this stuff, I'm still not confident enough to predict an outlook, because it is pretty chaotic, these stocks, I've noticed, these cryptocurrencies. But I will watch to see what happens in this area, in this kind of quadrant of support and resistance, and I will probably take a minute tonight to try and chart and see and plot another line to see where it's going to head out. These are all known support and resistance levels all the way up. It's going to be a long time before ETH sees a blue sky breakout. You've got quite a bit of resistance along the way, where we're going to see some sort of consolidation periods, and rejections, and find supports in these areas before we move to another blue sky breakout. But once we do, this thing will have coiled up. I'm assuming it coiled up enough strength that we'll see another significant move to the upside, similar to something like this. As you can see, this thing makes massive recoveries, because cryptocurrency is, in a lot of minds, an idea of people, as a long-term investment to buy these Bitcoins and these Ethereum coins because they're going to be the new currency in the world. So a lot of people, when they're seeing these big tanks, after they know they've been a high of, upwards of $400, when they're seeing these massive $135 pullbacks, they're just buying and getting in through Coinbase, through Bitstamp. There's a couple other exchanges and wallets that you can buy through, and that's all they're doing is they're just hitting buy in there, and they're pretty much just buying on the ask and driving this price back up at in such a fast rate. That's why we're seeing the craziest dips. That's why Chartman Dan was talking about anytime this thing becomes oversold, you can almost guarantee that you will see a short-term recovery, just due to the fact that people want to get in, add to their positions, and buy into these spaces at lower price points than some of these highs. If you look at Bitcoin, Bitcoin put in a high of like $3,000. It's totally pulled back. It had a massive pullback to $2,100 and a recovery within 2 days back up to almost just under $2,700. So I mean, that is a $600 recovery in a couple of days. On a digital currency that's still really developing itself. Unreal, totally unreal, and just kind of blows my mind. Here we see I had some lines drawn on here for some consolidation, and now we're broken out of this consolidation, so I'm going to try and get some new quadrant lines and triangles going on and see if we can find and plot some more areas. I don't follow Bitcoin too much, but I should, obviously, because it's it's kind of a leader, just like WEED in the MJ sector, so I really need to start charting a little more. Like I said before, wish I'd gotten into this sector a long time ago, but you know what? It's just still learning and pushing forward and using these technicals. So big shout out to Rob and Ryan as well. I did a little private webinar with them the other day on Questrade and teaching them just kind of the ins and outs of the Questrade platform and brokerage, and the mistakes I've learned along the way, and things that have helped me, and try and eliminate some user error for them. The guys were awesome. For my time, they decided to, they helped me out and bought me a microphone to kind of progress this project forward and, get a little more professional and move forward. And it came just in time for our webinar that we're hosting on Thursday. So just wanted to shout out and thank Rob and Ryan from the TCG FlightSchool members group for the Blue Yeti microphone. This thing's going to be great. I'm going to really try and pump out some more videos. Hopefully I can shake this little cold that I got just came on. From my kid that decided to bring it home from preschool, of course, but that's neither here nor there. So again, if you guys like the stuff I'm doing, you like the charting, you got any questions, please like and subscribe. I'm going to try and get a little bit better at charting and plotting the future of these share prices and these runs and stocks, but for now I'm just going to kind of document my trades, what I'm going through, what I saw, what resistance and support levels I saw, and get a little in my head. The webinar on Thursday is going to cover a lot of things called trading theory, risk management. We're going to get some chart patterns, and we're going to be excited to really do it. And Jordan will be backing me up in the chat room to answer any questions. And it'll be a fun day. So it'll be Thursday, June 22nd, 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. All right, guys, have a good night. It's getting late here, and I got to go to bed.